Ngozi and Amaka had been best friends since childhood. They grew up in the same street, went to the same school, and shared every secret. People in the neighborhood always said, "If you see Ngozi, Amaka must be somewhere nearby." Ngozi trusted Amaka more than anyone in the world. Years later, Ngozi started a small fashion business. She worked day and night until her designs began to attract attention. But when the business started bringing money, Ngozi made one big mistake. She told Amaka every detail about her business, including the money she saved for a big fashion shop. Amaka smiled and congratulated her. But deep inside her heart, something dark was.
As Ngozi's fashion business kept growing, she trusted Amaka even more. She allowed Amaka to help manage the money and even gave her access to her business account. Everyone admired their friendship, but what Ngozi didn't know was that Amaka had been secretly meeting someone, a wealthy businessman named Mr. Okafor. One night, Amaka told him, "My friend's business is becoming very successful, and I know exactly how much money she has." Mr. Okafor smiled slowly. That was the moment the dangerous plan began. Meanwhile, Ngozi was busy preparing for the biggest day of her life, opening her first fashion store, but she had no idea that the person closest to her was already planning to destroy everything.
Ngozi stared at her phone in disbelief. Every naira she had saved for the shop was gone. Her hands began to shake. Immediately, she called the bank. The bank officer confirmed something shocking. The money was transferred yesterday night. Ngozi's heart was beating fast. There was only one person who had access to that account: Amaka. Ngozi called her best friend again and again, but Amaka's phone was switched off. Later that evening, a neighbor came running to Ngozi with shocking news. "Ngozi, I saw Amaka leaving town this morning with a rich man." Ngozi felt like the ground disappeared beneath her feet. Her best friend had betrayed her. But the real shock was still coming. 3 days later, Ngozi received a mysterious message from Amaka.
Ngozi opened the message with shaking hands. It was from Amaka. "I'm sorry, but I had no choice." Ngozi was furious. No choice? How could stealing her life savings be no choice? Later that day, Amaka suddenly appeared at Ngozi's house.
She looked different. Tired, scared, and nervous, tears filled her eyes as she said, "The man I ran away with. He forced me to take the money." Ngozi didn't know whether to believe her or not, but before Amaka could explain everything, a black car stopped in front of the house, and a dangerous-looking man stepped out. It was Mr. Okafor. Ngozi was terrified, but she refused to stay silent. Unknown to Mr. Okafor, Ngozi had already reported the fraud to the bank and the police. Within minutes, police officers arrived at the scene. Mr. Okafor tried to escape, but he was arrested. During the investigation, the truth finally came out. Amaka had indeed helped steal the money. But she also became trapped by the same man she trusted. In the end, Ngozi recovered her money, but the friendship she once cherished was gone forever. Amaka looked at Ngozi with tears and said, "I lost the best friend I ever had because of greed." Ngozi walked away quietly. Some betrayals can never be forgiven.